for the second half.
Ingram turns the corner, fires the jumper, doesn't go. Minot with it. Minot will start the third for Jordan Walsh, along with Pritchard, Queta, White, and Hauser. Barnes with Amamu Kelishvili, Baji quickly, and Ingram. Step back Jay, short, and Scotty B with it. Scotty, the open three, rattles it in. Scotty Barnes connects from distance. 8.6 rebounds for Scotty. We talked about how important tonight is, especially considering first night of a back-to-back. They'll see Brooklyn in an early game tomorrow in your borough as Queta gets the two.
Great job. That pass by Pritchard. You know, it's interesting. You had Abaji Gordon, well, kind of like what Pirtle does for the Raptors, Matt.
Quickly.
Perfect.
Finds Abaji, and the three doesn't go.
A good shot, though. That time against the zone, you got it to the middle, and then you went opposite. Now you're able to take a rhythm shot.
And a foul's going to be charged to Brandon Ingram, as we certainly have to be focused against this team. And Pritchard with a three. You just give him a sliver of an opportunity.
Well, that play
and we're tied at 54.
That play was made by Queta. Another screen assist. Great job up top. Again, he does so much for his point guard.
Scotty, three doesn't go, and Queta with a rebound. Raptors with a season high 29 three-point attempts. That time, trying to free up Pritchard. Pritchard, how about that? Bob Cousy-esque there. Wheeling around and gets the two. And the Raptors on the other side of a 7-0 run. Mamu with the three. And that ends the run.
No hesitation.
He's back up by one. He's got 14 points. He's 4 or 5 from three, Jack.
Raptors have made 4 more threes than the Celtics tonight, Matt.
They've attempted 12 more. Here's Queta attacking. Queta drafted by Sacramento. They gave up on him, and he was picked up by Boston. And he has found a home here with the Celtics.
Another great personnel move in Sacramento. Speaking fact,
You know, they've struggled of late.
you want to call it that?
I'm just trying to be, cordial. It's a Christmas holiday season. Here's Scotty. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ingram. Bucket and book it. Big three that time. Raptors 13 for 35 from three. Lead by 2. Can they tighten up defensively? Minot. Shot doesn't go. The shot contest by quickly. Scotty sends it over to Quick. Looking for a post-up, but you see Derek White kind of hovering. Mamu, throw it opposite. The three doesn't go. 4-6 from downtown. Pritchard launches a deep three, and Scotty Barnes with his 8th rebound. Garza's going to enter the game. Next opportunity. Raptors lead by 2. Scotty finds Mamu. They leave him open. Mamu! Mania! Luka Garza checks in for Boston. Remember when, wasn't it Kyle Lowry, Matt Thomas?
Yep,
they did it as well. Matt's still playing in Europe as Garza able to get that bucket. He's been impactful off of the bench, and a 3-point lead for the Toronto Raptors here with 6:47 on the clock. Third quarter action. Ingram attacking, gets in the paint. Silky smooth. He's got 17.
He got by a good defender in Pritchard that time. Nice bit of ball handling creativity from BI.
Raptors, they're 5 for.
There you go. Good job that time.
Raptors 5 for 10.
So you need mobility and athleticism to be able to, in switch situations, head, show, all that stuff. He's able.
Mamu with CMB quickly. Ingram and Ochai. Ingram turns, fires. Yeah, I mean, like, come on. Like, that's all night long.
Might not just lost them that time. That's a breakdown defensively, and BI cooking.
He's got 7 in the quarter. Raptors lead by 7, their largest lead. Derek White. White step back. Tough shot. Doesn't go. And the Raptors are going to come away with it. Scooped up by Mamu. Abaji, Ingram with a ball fake. Garza on
That's a foul.
His strength and speed to get by him. Mamu with a shot doesn't go.
That was 2 fouls that time by Garza on Ingram.
Pritchard trying to get into the paint and able to weave his way through traffic. Checks back in quickly. Out for Shed. Simons checks in for Boston.
Hey, look, this is a tiring opponent to play against. You got to guard a lot of stuff on the perimeter, and they're incredibly physical.
Mamu on the inside. He's having a night. He's got 19.
And anytime, the guy that houses has been guarding, they've really been exploiting him.
Pritchard. And Pritchard 3 times shelled out.
You know, and Garza, those guys will give up their body to help their guards.
Pritchard. And he's just able to operate and get to where he wants to go unless Scotty Barnes is on him.
Well, because he's got the size, right?
Scotty, one of the best in the league.
Celtics back in the zone, Matt.
Ingram fires away. Too strong. And Gonzalez able to come away with a rebound. Pritchard with 9 in the quarter. He's got 17. How many nights has he put together against the Raptors throughout his career? He's had some big moments. Hauser, the deep 3. Doesn't go. Ochai there on the scene. Shed to the trailing Ingram. Doesn't go. Gonzalez once again with a rebound. 5-point lead. Pritchard cut off by Shed. Redirects. CMB there. To Hauser with a 3 ball.
You can't leave him open 2 possessions in a row.
Today's NBA. Gonzalez within, it's a part of what they do. 3rd in the league in usage from beyond the arc. Tied at 70. Here's Simons. And Simons fading. Tough bucket over top Murray Boyles.
Well, he's giving him a nice performance off the bench. Simons, he's got 11 points. And they're going to have to make a decision on him coming over from Portland, right? The end of the season.
A great look. In the foul.
Because the more you hit the paint, the more it creates help, and the more it creates opportunities for teammates on the perimeter.
Misses, gets his own rebound, and fouled once again.
And now advantages in your scheme start to happen.
Shireman picks up the foul. In and out there. CMB on the inside, muscling his way to a rebound in the putback. Simons. Shireman just checking in and picking up that foul. Short with a 3 and a foul on the floor. And it's going to be Shed on Pritchard.
Both of these guys so pesky.
Garza with 3, short. Pritchard plus the foul. What a 3rd quarter performance
Flooded.
in 18 career games against the Toronto Raptors. Of course, he's also out there with Tatum and Brown. And
He ain't out there with them tonight.
no, he's not. Here's Grady. Grady attacking with a left.
He's more comfortable showing that burst. He's athletic. He's got a little pop. And he's got hops. Go the other way. There you go. Great job by Shed.
At Milwaukee, he's played 18 or more just 13 times. He averaged 29.4 minutes a season ago. In the corner, it's Walter. And Walter connects.
Well, that was great movement around the horn that time. Unselfish by Grady Dick.
Walter 2 of 4 from 3. Pritchard in the paint. Yeah, it's that third quarter performance tonight. 17 of their 28. Denial that time. He's got 17 of his 25 here in the third. Pritchard cut off by Barnes. Gonzalez now attacking with a left. And a timeout taken by Darko. 1:03 to go in the third. Barnes with a left, tries to throw it down. CMB the rebound, no. Shireman with a rebound. Raptors by 1. And keep Shed on Pritchard. Shireman puts it on the deck. Cut off with a left, and they lead by 1. 9-second difference, game clock, shot clock. Shed. Scotty to the cutting Jacoby Walter.
They have missed 3 shots within 3 feet of the basket on 2 possessions, the Raptors.
Pritchard with Scotty on him. Pritchard, the bucket. 19 here in the third. Shed lets it fly. Raptors led by lead grows to 5.
Can't let it get away from you right now.
To Leo's point, how about this? In the third, Pritchard 6 of 6 in the paint. 2 of 4 from 3.
Clock.
Shot clock down. White on Scotty B. Spins away. Shot doesn't go. 85-80. Celtics by 5. Raptors led by as many as 7. Celtics early on by 13. And Simons, it's a 7-point game. Quickly has really struggled over the last 2 games, specifically with his shot. 4 for 20 from the field, 1 of 10 from 3. 12-0 run now by the Celtics going back to the third. Scotty drives, gets in the paint. Good job.
You know, certain teams, certain players have another gear. Raptors got to find that gear right now. They found it in stretches, but it hasn't been habitual and consistent. To beat this team, you're going to have to find it.
Simons, that 3 doesn't go. And a loose ball foul. Quick. Down the stretch in Milwaukee played well. Now he's got it taken away by Shireman over the shoulder. Gonzalez got to be tighter with a basketball.
Got to be stronger with it. You mentioned it, quickly has struggled.
7-point game. Mamu on the cut. Mamu lays it up and in.
Great counter that time. Back cut. He and Scotty B working in unison.
Simons. No, and guess who? Garza. Been all over the glass.
You're playing. And they're getting gold stars for their effort.
Turnover.
That works. Still searching here in it.
Turnover. Boston, a team that has a winning record against teams above 500. One of the best, in fact, in the NBA. 10-8.
I mentioned earlier, the Raptors haven't beaten a top 10 offense.
Yeah, there's White. 3.
That's what Toronto's growing and trying to build.
Mamu. And that extra pass intended for Ingram is going to be, you need quick Here's Derek White with a three. In the lead is 97-84, 13 matching their largest of the night. 14-4, they've outscored the Raptors in the quarter, and then Mamu, season high 6 made threes. 10-point game. Raptors have attempted a season high 44 threes. Season high 24 for Sandro Mamukelashvili. Garza sets a screen. Derek White, the tight crossover, three doesn't go. Ingram with a long rebound. Raptors on the run. Quickly makes a move, looking for the cutting Walter, and he's fouled by Shireman. White attacking and fouled the and one. Derek White will head to the line.
Kobe Walter.
In the league. I talked to him ahead of this one. He says, I'm thankful for that praise. I just have to go out there and prove it. I said, what goes into this success now that you've been in the league for so long? He says, it's just being simple, doing what I need to do for teams and understanding exactly what they need at these times. I followed up and said, who was the most underrated player that you played alongside with? And Matt and Jack, no surprise, Drew Holiday.
Great compliment. And Drew Holiday was off to an excellent start with Portland.
Ingram
Before he went down. And it's interesting, Matt, you and I talked about it a few years ago when it happened. The Derek White trade for the
February
Celtics.
2022.
That was masterful.
Yeah. Matt Stevens bringing him over.
From San Antonio, yep.
His career has taken off. And a foul underneath. Draft by San Antonio. Garza at the line. And the first free throw good.
Guy tonight that has come out, and the Raptors have really struggled dealing with him.
6:17 to go. Raptors down by 12. Ingram gets to his spot. He's got 24.
Matt, I mentioned about Garza. He's plus 26. Remember we talked about Shed the other night in Miami?
Yep.
How dominant he was?
Plus 27.
That's Garza tonight.
Pritchard
This guy with the ball has been pretty good, too.
spinning back. And who's there? Garza. Pritchard the three. No. Abaji with it. And Garza with a double-double off of the bench. Ingram up fake. The rookie Gonzalez on him. Looking for Scotty. Scotty over top.
Good timeout on the road. Again, I like the world. The Simons, those guys have helped them a lot. Gonzalez, in-game coaching matters. And now the Raptors, let's see what they can do here defensively. Plenty of time.
Raptors trail by 8. White, the three, doesn't go. Scotty on the glass. B.I. and Mamu are combined 19 for 29. The rest of the starters 7 for 29. Ingram doubled. Scotty has it. It's Abaji quickly. Shed. Barnes. Jumper doesn't go. Along with Ingram. Raptors struggling here offensively.
Barnes, uncharacteristically, 5 of 15.
Here's Pritchard. Short. Barnes up at the glass, and there's a foul. Shed runs the point. Here's Ingram. The rookie Gonzalez on him. Mamu back over to Ingram. 10 on the shot clock. To the cutting. Mamu met at the iron by White and Gonzalez. 4:05 to go. 8-point game. Hugo Gonzalez doesn't go. Queta over the back. Loose ball foul.
19 years old, Real Madrid. But you know, overseas, Matt, these guys are playing and he fits their style. Late first-round pick. Good get. Going to be a good one.
28th overall. Cada to Pritchard. Pritchard now attacking on quickly. Doesn't go. Cada on the offensive glass.
Well, Cada and Pritchard physically won their matchups.
Entry pass to Ingram. Ingram wanted a foul called. And the Celtics, how about Hugo Gonzalez? Lakers.
6 NBA championship rings.
And
a legend.
Not only that, but then also you look around the league and all of the personnel that other teams have put in place. And the first call they make is to Alex McKechnie. He has certainly deserving of that. And Jack, he's deserving of being in Springfield.
Sure is.
And
Right
you and I are going to be there if he ends up there.
Well, let's hope so.
Congratulations to Sir Alex McKechnie as Pritchard knocks down that shot. So deserving. Already in the British Columbia Hall of Fame.
Mobile, yep.
And
Raps are lucky to have him.
worked with Hall of Famer Paul Correa going way back for what Alex McKechnie did for him and his career.
And I give Brian Colangelo credit for bringing him in.
Yeah.
And the guy that recommended him was Jay Triano. They knew each other from Vancouver.
Started at Simon Fraser. Did Alex McKechnie, of course, Jay Triano was there. And it was an injury to Shaquille O'Neal that ultimately brought him into the NBA. And worked with so many greats. Shaq and
From that rehab, and Brandon Ingram's been fabulous.
And Pritchard has been outstanding here in the.
You look at Pritchard, Raptors got to get Emmanuel quickly going. He's too big a part of the investment of what the Raptors organizationally have in place, and just need him to be better. And he's so capable of being that. And it's just he's going through a tough stretch right now. But the great thing about the NBA is you have a game tomorrow night at the.
And he shot a season-high 46 threes tonight. A lot of zone. 46 of their 86. And the Celtics, 39 of their 92. They didn't shoot it at the rate that they typically do, because Pritchard's been able to do a lot of damage on the inside and in the paint. And Simons, no, Pritchard right there. He's got improved to 17 and 11, 8 and 6 on the road, and 5 and 1 on back-to-backs, Jack. And what was described as a gap year.
This ain't no gap year.
No, it is not.
Just like I mentioned with the Raptors the year, and when things got shut down for the pandemic, they were the 3rd best team in the NBA.
Joe Mazzulla telling Pritchard just to dribble it out. Raptors are going to fall to 17 and 12, 8 and 7 at home.
And the